guys, this is Mateus Canteri. I'm a professional musician here in Nashville, Tennessee, where playing hot chicken picking licks is the only way to survive. And today I want to talk to you about passing tones. So a lot of people ask me about passing tones and how to add that to their phrasing. And it's hard to explain because in music, there's no right or wrong. Sure, our ears are used to certain paths, which we know as scales, but you can add some stuff, some other notes from outside the scales you're using and to add some color to your phrasing, make it sound more interesting. So today I want to show you like 4 patterns that I use a lot, and hopefully that'll give you guys an idea on how to develop your phrasing using passing tones. The first thing we're going to do is look at an arpeggio. So let's say you're playing over G, right? We're going to start with the notes from the chord, which in this case are going to be G, the root, B, the third, the major third, D, which is the 5th, and that's it. And then we're just going to repeat those notes. Easy way to add a passing tone is it's going to be like adding an approaching note, which is going to be half step down from the note you want to land. And just by doing this, if you add this to your phrasing when you're phrasing with a pentatonic scale or whatever, it already like makes it very interesting. So instead of doing something like, you can do I'm using the pentatonic scale, but now and then I'm using that approaching note half step down from a note from the chord. Okay, so that's the first pattern. Just and you can use, if you're playing over a 7 chord, a dominant chord, you can approach you can also approach the flat 7 here. Sounds cool. Anyway, you can go crazy with it. Second pattern. Now what we're going to do is let's think more of the pentatonic scale now. So the major pentatonic scale. Okay. So let's do this. We're going to play the root. Then we have the second and the major third. We're going to add a passing tone between the second and the major third. And try to find these intervals all over the neck. So the next pattern is going to be similar to that. We're going to add 2 passing notes now from the major third to the 5th. And now the 4th one, here's what we're gonna do. If we're looking at like the G major scale, and we play some thirds together. Let's say we have a G here, and then the major third here, the B. Then we have an A here, and the C is gonna be the third of the A, minor third, and then right here we have B and D. So you see right here we have this shape and this shape, and they're exactly the same, and they're a whole step apart. So we can add one of those in between the 2 that we already played. So now we're moving an actual shape, like we're moving thirds and adding a chromatic passing tone between them. So with those 4 in mind, you can do some really cool stuff. You can combine those ideas. Let me show you some licks that will help you understand a little better what I'm saying. Here's the second pattern combined with the first one. here's another idea. And here's one more now. So here we have that second pattern. Then I just keep on going with the pentatonic scale, and then the thirds. Now, just getting away from those patterns and licks a little bit, I just want to tell you guys that, like I said, you don't have to only do these passing notes. You can pretty much put them anywhere. You can use all 12 notes, and but start with just a couple and try to memorize how they sound. When you're phrasing, that's how you want to pick, like where to put a passing tone. You want to be able to know what effect it's going to cause, so you got to listen to it when you're practicing stuff, so you can use that becomes like a tool in your phrasing. And you can, like we talked about thirds here, right? If you're in a pattern like this, you can just keep on going, and as long as you land somewhere, it works, So let's say I'm in G here, and I want to play like the root and the sixth. I can just go down that bad. I'm just. That's just an example, You can take all sorts of freedom with that and experiment and see what works and what doesn't, or what you like and what you don't like, and that's kind of how you're gonna find your own phrasing. So that's it. I hope you guys enjoyed this lesson. Make sure you check out my other free lessons. I have a whole playlist of them. And check out my music on Spotify and all the streaming platforms. Make sure you click like and subscribe. And if there's anything that you guys would like to see me cover on this in this lessons, just let me know in the comments below, and I'll see you next time.